This is Reize. First thing is that probably you guys will think that I talk funny because I am from Singapore. Okay, so for today I'm going to showcase my bike, my first bike, and probably my favorite as well right now. This is Strength. Strength is a Yamaha FZ16. She and her sisters first debuted in India in 2008, uh, and ever since then, there's probably been about 4 revisions of this particular model of bike. Uh, Strength is a 2011 model, which makes her the second generation of the FZ16, which added a extra kickstart to the base model because initial concerns were that due to its weak battery, most people could not start the bike after extended periods of storage. So the FZ16 has about 153cc single cylinder SOHC that produces about 14 horsepower and about 14 Newton meters of torque. So for starters, it's designed and made in India. It's also sold in Singapore, of course, India, Japan, and it's also marketed in Indonesia as the Yamaha Bison, and they are produced in Argentina and pretty much sold from there to the rest of Latin America. Okay, so first off, this bike is uh, not exactly a powerful machine. It was designed to market towards young Indian adults or youth that wanted a stylish motorcycle but did not have the funds or the cash to purchase more expensive models like the ZX6R or a Gixxer 600 and so on and so forth. So this machine was meant to be not too expensive but at the same time achieve a stylish street fighter-ish look to it. It's also got a very good fuel economy. It's meant to be low maintenance and low to actually run, finance, and so on and so forth. So, uh, what else about it? Okay, so the good things I've said: low maintenance, cheap to buy, good looks. It's also got a fairly thick radial tire at the rear. For its class, 153cc's usually have very thin tires. Okay, I don't really have much technical knowledge to go into the finer details. I will put the specs into the description below. Anyway, what I do not like about this machine is that while it is pretty well designed for what it was supposed to do, it has some flaws which include poor material quality because most of it is made in India or in Latin America, and of course to save cost as well. So one of the major concerns is probably, if you can see over here, screws, and probably the spring, and pretty much a lot of these metal parts, they corrode or rust very quickly, and I have had this bike for about 3 years already. Uh, Another point about this motorcycle's parts is probably the tires. The tires have very poor grip. My tires have been around with me for about 3 years. I have not changed it since I bought this motorcycle. This bike apparently has tires that are like tank treads. They don't really wear out so fast, and obviously that means they have very little good traction, especially in rainy weather. But they were designed to obviously, of course, be used in the kind of roads that you would usually find in India, dirt roads, badly maintained roads where some durability to tires are required, of course. So another thing about this bike is it's pretty silent. Not that loud. Sounds pretty fine for what it is, a small bike. Obviously it's good for all these people living in my area because of its silence. Okay, so that's about what I can say about this motorcycle. I'll probably ride you through it later on when I have the time. Okay, I'll see you later. Hey guys, so we are back. Right now I'm on the road. So a few things about this bike is that it's not fast, as I have said before. It goes about 120 kilometers per hour. There's a top speed. Usually you don't really see that top speed most of the time, as it really struggles to reach there once you're about 90 kilometers per hour. It's sluggish. It's not exactly fast from the get-go or from stop. So for those of you guys out there who are speed demons, you probably might not like this machine, especially if you are coming from a country that has long winding roads and pretty much don't do your riding on the weekends. I mean in a city. So this bike, like I said, it was designed to be robust. It was designed to be cost efficient and cheap as possible. This bike, even though it is quite good looking, it goes about 34 to 36 kilometers per liter, depending on how aggressive you ride. Heavy traffic here today. So 34 kilometers per liter. And on a 12-liter tank that you would most often use about 10 liters most of the time before you refill, so you can probably get about 360 to 380 kilometers on a full tank, which is quite impressive range for such a small bike. It's pretty good if you are planning to take this bike on a touring trip that doesn't include a lot of mountains and hills that require more horsepower in your engine, because obviously this bike is 14 horsepower and 14 newton meters of torque. It probably can't get you very far on a mountain course. Oh, tall kid. So if you do like riding in the city, planning to do most of your riding through commuting rather than being the weekend racer, this bike obviously is for you, because you are gonna end up paying a lot less for your petrol, especially if you are commuting 50-60 kilometers every single day like I do. Then this is the kind of machine you want. But for all of you who are more likely to be hitting the track, then you might want to go for something like a 600cc or more. But for me, I am mostly a lover of this kind of tight roads where, you know, this kind of comfortable, slightly front forward leaning position helps to navigate through all these tight spaces, and especially considering that this bike has a very slim profile, sometimes if there is a lot of space in between the cars, it makes lane splitting a lot easier than usual, considering that sometimes I also have a opportunity to ride my dad's Shadow Ace 400, which is a cruiser, and that thing is heavy as fuck. It's not really enjoyable, especially as you can see this is the kind of environment I always ride in. So if you enjoy small bikes, 150cc's, 125cc's, this is probably one of the bikes you might want to look out for. Especially if you are somebody who hates maintenance, this bike does not need much maintenance. It's pretty robust. I've spent about a few dollars, maybe about $20-30 to do your oil change and your oil filter every 2,000 kilometers on the bike, or every 3 months or so. And it doesn't really need much else. Probably only if things start to break down, which it rarely does. So if you enjoy this video, you can leave a like down in the whatever that is. That's a nice bike. Also, if you guys have any questions on riding in Singapore, or rather if you have any questions about riding in general, you can just post a comment below if you like, and I'll try and answer if I can. If the questions are pretty major, I would probably do an entire video for you guys. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.